in my channel named Sen Ganesha Practical HR and Law. Friends, you know very well that the objective of my channel is to give information about the day-to-day activities of human resource. So in this connection today I am going to discuss on a very interesting topic, that what are the HR functions in building or the construction company. Yes sir. Friends, as you know very well that HR department or HR has a human resource has a wider role or wide scope. So in different kinds of company, in HR has a diversity in functions. So there is a demand of a specific human resource function in the construction industry. So today I am going to discuss about those functions. So like others, the major function of human resource department is the manpower planning, means the forecasting. Friends, you know very well that since construction is offering project based business, it's a project based business. The duties and responsibilities of HR manager, it includes collaborating with the construction managers, project managers, contractors and others to identify and document each project roles and responsibilities, as well as details to for end to end processes required a project to determine the labor need. you know Likewise, the organizational chart of a construction company is also unique. And if you really make analysis of this chart, the human resource department plays a key role, as because the objective means the project of any construction company may be complete within the time if it has suitable or talented manpower and workforce. Moreover, there is a diversity in the demand of human resource, like many types, different kinds of human resource HR is required in a construction company to perform the task, like top management, senior managerial level staff for project, for construction, and so on. Then the middle level management staff, then the workers, unskilled workers, seasonal workers, or well equipped and trained workers to perform the particular role, means like for welding, for aluminium fabrication, suppose for for designing as per the design for the uh, demand of some interior works and so on. So variety of workforces manpower is required for a construction company to perform the task to complete the given project in the due time. Okay. So major responsibility of HR department is the forecasting, means the manpower planning. Okay. And after that, next important function of HR is the hiring. Hiring what? Hiring the manpower, the best fit manpower from the market, starting from the top management to the down line staff or the workers. Okay. For this, HR has to be alert, or HR has to play a vital role in uh, you know keeping a recruitment cycle around the period of time. Till then, best fit candidate is not being searched. Okay, for this there are a few job sites, newspapers, references, placement agencies, contract with the local placement agencies, or with the placement agencies which are situated or on that place where the project work is about to start or is going on. So the next important role of HR is to hire a suitable manpower. Okay. Post to that, after hiring the best fit candidate, HR is attentive. HR major role is to give training. Training is given how? Because HR function is, along with The providing suitable training, matters related to HR admin and HR development or policies, etc. Some technical training is also required to be imparted. For this, HR has to make coordination with the concerned departmental heads. Then training need identification is done. Then training chart or map is made, and as per the requirement, external trainers are also uh, welcomed or invited to provide training, and internal trainings. Regular training schedule may be arranged if there is a requirement for this to complete a particular project, and if there is demand of a technique, a special unique technique which is required to be given to each and every individual. Okay, then compensation of benefit. Yes, this is a very difficult task. The major responsibility of HR person is to make analysis of the sister concerned or the prevailing wage or salary rate into the market, and uh, how much salary is to be offered to a person who owns a skill, such and such skill, experience, educational qualification, or more. Last but not least, he or she should be able to perform the task as per the requirement of the company, right? No matter if a suppose a person in a candidate is very good exposing all the educational or skills or qualities, experience, etc., but if unable to perform the duty as per the requirement of the organization, then no use. Okay, no use of the effort which is made by the HR. So after the hiring, training is given, development is made. Okay, one more important part, behind every recruitment, every person's training, there is a huge cost occurs. Okay, then compensation and benefit. The initial step to retain the manpower is to provide suitable or best compensation which is as per the prevailing rate in the market, and the other benefits. Okay, suppose if construction is going on a very external or outer side, there is a requirement to provide, even if HRA or the accommodation to the personnel who will remain stay and will look after the work there, and the workers as well. Then the worker safety, yes, of course. As you know, friends, very well, in the construction company and in the construction sites, major accident occurs randomly. Okay, and how to stop these? What are the training which are to be imparted to each and every workers, even unskilled worker, even how to prevent from the accident. Okay, precautions. Then if there is a requirement to make use of any personal protective equipment, suppose head gloves, some tools or equipments are being used in regards to maintain safety. Or suppose if the worker or employee is making use of any tool or equipment, he should be well versed, he should have enough knowledge, enough experience, enough talent about how to make use of that equipment, so that it may not cause an accident. So worker safety is to maintain the workers safety is a major responsibility of HR in the construction company or in the construction sites. Okay, then the employee retention, yes, of course. As I have already told you that construction is often a project based business. Okay, so completion of the project within a specified time or prescribed time, it's a very difficult task, because time limitation is there. If we have trained and good manpower, but we are unable to retain the manpower, suppose if a senior manager, project manager, construction manager, or any other, every employee worker is important to the company, no matter if you're a worker of a senior manager or a middle management personnel, he or she leaves the company, it's a big loss. It may cause hurdles or it may cause delay in achieving the completion of the project target within the time. Hence, this is also a great responsibility of HR to retain the best manpower. How do we retain? Yes, of course, by providing some good perk, good working environment, good professional growth, transparency in the communication, as well as HR should be always a good listener of employees' problems. है ना? If good employee relations are being maintained into the company, it's of course the employee would like to remain and stay. So this is the major responsibility of a human resource department to retain the manpower, right? So next, the skill shortage. Yes, this is a big problem. What are the challenges which a HR person, manager, or a person has to face in the construction company? So let's have a brief discussion about that. So in the construction company, the first is the skill shortage, of course, because the construction work is going on, then project or a task is to be performed within the specific or limited time. We have manpower for the different components of work, like a welder is there, suppose a worker is there, painter is there, aluminum fabricator is there, designer is there, and so on. But shortage of skill manpower is there. So this is the major challenge of HR to hire a best fit candidate from the market. For this, HR has to play a regular and continuous role in order to search a suitable manpower from the market. HR has to be a follower of a requirement. Till then, the requirement is not, manpower requirement is not closed. Okay. So next is the induction. Yes, of course, when an employee comes to the company, it is very much required, as corporate HR has to deal with many sites, variety of sites, different projects. So there should be you know induction program, orientation program, no matter whether a worker is joining or a senior staff is joining. But a uniform induction program is required, so that introduction of the company, introduction about the human resource policy is to be given to each and every employee, new joinee, right? Next, that uniform and universal HR policy are required to be introduced. Okay, the major responsibility of HR is what? To provide a uniform human resource policies. And what is the role of this policy? Yes, uh, because for HR, each and every employee has its own importance to the company, no matter senior, junior, or a worker. If uniform HR policies are there, it's very good way to to in order to follow that policy, every worker and employee needs to be needs to follow this policy as a rules and regulations. Okay, and it's when we do perform the HR task, there is a requirement of universal HR policy. Suppose if a new joinee is coming to join, there is a biodata form which is required to be filled by each and every worker and staff, so that personal file can be maintained, right? Next is the training and development. Yes, in the construction company, variety of works, variety difference in the tasks are required. For some job performance, there is a requirement of to make use of uh, certain technology and equipments, for which training is required to be given, so that work can be done on the best way with the use of that equipment, or accident may be prevented. For this, training is required. Okay, next is the worker safety. Yes, this is a big challenge for HR in the construction company. How to keep worker safety fast? Safety is always fast. In order to maintain safety, training is given to the workers. Some safety measures has to be provided. For example, if a worker is working on height, then a net is framed, so that if any person will fall down, he or she will fall down on the net. So these are the basic. Suppose if a worker is working near the electrical panel, he or she should be provided with rubber boots and rubber gloves, etc., safety gloves. So these are the safety measures. Moreover, there are few insurance schemes which may be provided to the workers who are or employees who are working in the construction company, for their future securities as well, social security as well. This is the task of or challenge for human resource department in the construction company. Now, next, the temporary work. You know very well, because in the construction industry, there the piece of work is there. Piece of work. For this piece of work, temporary or contractor labor is required. How to manage it? It's the entire responsibility of HR department. Okay, legal compliance. Yes, of course, because construction is going on. in a particular area, local laws are there, some certifications are required there. Apart from certification, in HR also there are some returns and legal liabilities which are to be completed by the industry. Hence, HR department has to play a vital role in making compliance of those statutory norms or the legal compliance as per the requirement. Okay, in related to the HR or administration, I'm talking about only. Okay, so HR strategies for a construction company, you different you is entirely depend upon to work as a business supporter. Okay, because in the construction company the work is completed with the human resource, HR, different kind of variety of manpower, uh, unique kind of manpower, temporary manpower, skilled manpower, well equipped manpower, trained manpower, no, ready to work in challenging tasks. Suppose it's a winter, and construction work is going on. That worker has to work for 8 hours, no matter if winter, if summer. For this, we need a unique kind of manpower. We have to provide them extra facilities. Suppose if there is a site in a very remote area, we need to provide HRA, accommodation, whichever is possible. Workers' health issues, workers' insurance which may assist them in case of any disablement. So these are the major liabilities for HR department. Hence, friends, today by this small video, I am told you about what are the main HR function. Apart from this, some day-to-day administrative functions are also there, like vendor management or the canteen, if canteen facility is there, or mess, or uniform, or washing facility, or some medical or health related insurance schemes we record, etc., which are to be maintained by the HR department, or some worker resolution of some workers queries or issues. So friends, so I hope that you would like my video, and many of my friends who are planning to work in the construction company in the HR department, they may have got very good information or suitable information by my video. Hope you would like it, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe this, else you may like or share this. Thanks for watching my video, giving this your precious